16 News now investigates a public housing complex in Benton Township that has been plagued by gun violence.
Investigative reporter Carly Lucas digging deeper to find out why Blossom Acres has been the site of more shootings recently and what can be done to change all that.
In a town of less than 15,000 people, one housing complex has seen over a dozen people shot in less than a decade.
They take out their beef with each other, usually at that complex, and it's unfortunate because it's a lot of innocent lives that's been lost out there because of that.
Those shootings include 4 homicides since 2019.
Of those 4, we have only just 1 that's been convicted and charged. The other 3, we have leads. We have good ideas who they are. However, as we find in a lot of our shootings, we don't get a lot of people to tell us what they actually saw.
Leaving Blossom Acres residents in the line of fire.
Bullets don't have names on them. And so oftentimes in these shootings, when we have more than 20 shots fired, we don't know where all those bullets go. They could be intending to kill someone right in front of them, but that bullet can ricochet, it can go and hit anybody, anywhere, essentially.
Police tell 16 Investigates that gang activity is to blame and that many of those pulling the trigger are under the age of 18.
We have a couple groups in the area of juveniles that think gun violence is the answer to everything. It's scary at how young kids are being caught with guns. And instead of, someone from one group gets shot, they're not going to tell us who did it. They know. They're just going to go and they're going to end up shooting back at the other group. And that's their way of getting justice.
This cycle of violence is causing concern for those who live and work in Benton Charter Township.
It's not a good feeling because everyone wants to feel safe. You want to feel safe in your home. You want to feel safe when you go to work. You want to feel safe in the grocery store shopping. And I know that some people are beginning to feel that that's not the case. And we want to remove that fear.
Blossom Acres is public housing. That means it was established to provide decent and safe rental housing for eligible low-income families, the elderly, and persons with disabilities, according to HUD. While we know safety is an issue,
our gangs use Blossom Acres as their, pretty much as their, I won't say their shooting grounds, but that's where they take out their problems at. For some reason, they just feel that's a great location. A lot of our gang members have families in those locations, makes for a quick getaway.
The complex is also struggling to keep up its condition. In 2015, Blossom Acres received a 90 on its physical inspection from HUD, but by 2020, that score dropped to a 64, which is barely passing. Scores below 60 fail. The complex is managed by Benton Township Housing Commission, who we were unable to reach for comment. But according to a mission statement on their website, the Housing Commission aims to provide safe, decent, and sanitary housing conditions for very low-income families. When it comes to reducing crime at Blossom Acres, new leadership is ready to step in and help. In his first interview as Benton Charter Township's police chief, Greg Abrams tells 16 Investigates he's got plans in the works.
What I'm going to do now is put together a program that's directed toward Blossom Acres after I speak with the manager there and just get a consensus of what's needed in that particular complex.
Town Supervisor Kathy Yates is also ready to take action, hoping to open up the lines of communication with residents.
And I want to have some outside gatherings this summer so people can feel free to walk up and talk to us, tell us what's going on. And we're going to need the community. And I'm calling on ministers too across the township and those who have our residents in their facilities in the city to try to work with us so that we can be more open, more talkative. I want everyone to feel safe, no matter where you're going, home, work, or play. I want you to feel safe to go out and be yourself in the community.
Detective Sergeant Tyler Tiefenbach hopes more communication will mean more witnesses willing to share what they know with police.
And so if you see something, if you know something, you need to come forward so we can put this together. That's our job. That is what we're here for. It's to protect the community and serve the community. And it's more difficult when we're not getting the statements and the stuff from people who know stuff. We want people to be able to go outside and enjoy their day and let their kids play outside without having to worry about this.
And while it may take time to create change, Chief Abrams believes in the effort.
The citizens in Blossom Acres are great citizens, so we want to build on top of that, make that even better, and maybe help them keep that negativity out of their complex so they'll feel better about where they live.
Those three Benton Charter Township officials all stressed to me how important it is to hear from members of their community and urged anyone who has information in connection to open investigations at Blossom Acres to call and help them close cases and keep the complex safe. For 16 News Now Investigates, I'm Carly Luca.